I'm making another YouTube video. Yay! I wanted to make this particular video because me, and I bet a lot of other people, get depressed in the wintertime. And the wintertime is coming up. So I want to make this video so I have it to watch for when inevitably the winter blues happens. And also maybe it may help somebody else. So I have 10 ways to fight depression. Number 1 is don't fight it. I know I'm just this is how to fight depression, but the truth is depression happens. Now you may need medication and need to see a therapist to live your best life. At the same time, you don't want to fight depression as much as you want to learn how to manage it, and that includes accepting it. Because you can't force yourself to not be depressed. For me, it's best to just accept the mood that I'm in and do other things that I know might help alleviate it rather than fight it. All right, so number 2. Number 2 is contact a therapist. So if you're really sad and it's been going on for however long you feel like you need help, you are the best expert of yourself. This is obviously up to you. I think it's very helpful if you find yourself in episodes of depression a lot to have a therapist. It can be really hard to find a therapist, so I'll put some links in the description box that are helpful resources to finding a therapist. All right, number 3. Grounding techniques. So you need support like a therapist and friends that you can talk to, but also you need to rely on yourself for exercising agency and control over how you think and act. A lot of times when I'm depressed, the world becomes a lot smaller and you're just hearing your own thoughts and seeing your own negativity, when really yesterday or the week before when you weren't depressed, the world wasn't really that different. So you can use grounding techniques to bring yourself into the present moment. The grounding technique that works best for me is when I get really, really sad. I like to kind of visualize a camera zooming out and looking at the entire world. I can just see planet Earth, just kind of focusing on that image. It makes my problems feel smaller. Recognizing how many billions of people are on this world, who a lot of them are probably sad too, and some are happy, and all these other emotions. So I like to kind of zoom out so I can feel the presence of everyone in the world. And it's just not me in my own head that's the most important thing. And that's not to say, oh, you're not important. That's to say, don't worry, it's not that important. All right, number 4 is to laugh and not take things too seriously. Goofing off or being irreverent about serious stuff, it helps the world and your problems not seem so dark and big and unmanageable. So, be silly, laugh, and lighten up, Francis. Number 5, challenge negative thoughts. The best advice that I have is if you're someone that gets depressed a lot, go get a piece of paper and make 2 columns, and the first column have it say automatic thoughts. The other side of the column will say reality. So for example, under the category of automatic thoughts, when you're depressed, you might have a thought like, nobody likes me. And then you would go to your reality column and try to reframe that in a more realistic way. So instead of saying nobody likes me, say, I feel lonely. I feel lonely is probably way more accurate than nobody likes me. There's probably somebody out there who likes you. And it might even be me. So there's that. And this is important because negative thoughts are self-perpetuating. You want to be careful not to close the door on your own happiness. And you can do this when you make absolute statements like, I'll never be happy, or no one likes me. When you don't challenge those thoughts and you just let them happen, you're forcing yourself into always feeling like that and taking away the possibility of ever feeling better. When you don't challenge your automatic thoughts and you just kind of let your mind do what it wants when you're depressed, then you're kind of setting yourself up for failure. All right, number 6 is to treat yourself. When you're sad and you're depressed, sometimes you need a dopamine release, you know what I mean? So something you can do is go buy yourself a cup of coffee, or go for a walk, or call a friend, or just do something that will make you smile and make you happy. And it might take a lot of willpower to do this because a lot of times when you're sad, you don't want to do anything, and nothing feels fun. So it can be helpful to make a list ahead of time of things that when you're not depressed are fun. And then when you are depressed, go back to that list and pick something on it and kind of force yourself to do it. It's really hard. It takes willpower. And don't feel guilty if you can't do it sometimes. Some days you just can't do it. And that also goes for number 7. This one is really hard. It is opposite emotion action. This one is also kind of the same as treating yourself. Treating yourself is one example of opposite emotion action. I just wasn't really thinking very well when I put this together. Well, anyway, my favorite opposite emotion action when I'm sad is to smile. It seems kind of dumb, but it does make you feel better. And it doesn't make you feel a lot better. It just makes you feel a little better. All right, and number 8, I already kind of said this throughout the whole thing. Everyone is so loud outside. What is going on? The audacity that I have to wait for other people to do something. The world is so unfair. Right, that's an example of how not to think. Number 8 is to build a toolkit. It's very good to have a list of things ahead of time before you get depressed, so you have something physical to look at. It takes away a few roadblocks for when you actually are in a depressive episode to give you a little bit of extra strength to get that willpower, a little bit less of a fight. So make a list of activities that you know that you like to do when you feel good. So you have a list of things that you know can be opposite emotion action. And then also make a list of common, what they call cognitive distortions, which basically are negative thoughts that aren't true. Like, everybody hates me, life isn't worth living, that kind of stuff. So that would be column A. And then column B, it would not be that no one likes you, it would be that you feel lonely. And it's not that life is not worth living, it would be, I feel sad today. That's just an example of how to make really bad thoughts that you don't want a little quieter. And it doesn't make them completely go away, but it does make them quieter. So number 9 is random acts of kindness. And that's exactly what it sounds. Do something nice for somebody. It could be a stranger, it could be a friend, it could be a family member. Just like out of nowhere, do one little nice thing. Send someone a gift card for coffee, or text someone that you hope they have a good day. So this is kind of out of order. I guess I didn't really plan it very well, but I want to add be grateful. And not like be grateful, but like practice gratitude. I like to every morning think of 3 things I'm grateful for. And it helps me get out of my own head and focusing on negative things, like things that I wish had gone better, things that I think are unfair, blah, blah, blah. Instead, start my day off with, I am grateful for my family, I am happy that I have health insurance, and I like that I have a roof over my head. It can be just like anything. A lot of days I write, I am grateful for my cat. Yep. All right, so number 10 is agency and autonomy. Agency means you believe that you have control over your own actions in your life. So practicing this and building up this skill is something that really helps fight depression. It gives you that motivation when you realize you're having a bad day to be able to say, hey, I'm having a bad day, and I know some tricks to help myself feel a little better. And agency is the ability to believe that you can do it. Instead of having thoughts like, oh man, I can't do that, I can't feel better. Agency is being able to realize, hey, today sucks, and there's shit that I can do about it. I can't control what is not controllable, things that are unconscious in my mind or the environment, things just that happen to me, but I can control how I respond to it. All right, so I'm trying to keep this video shorter, so I'm going to end it there. I think I probably talked for a really long time. I hope that this video helps. I hope it's not a disaster too. All right, goodbye. Peace.